Now, in last lesson, wave optics 6, we learned how to add two waves, addition of two waves. Uh, it was like this: y1 is equal to a1 sine omega t was one wave, suppose this one, where from here to here, from this point to this point, is maximum displacement, that is amplitude a1, and the second wave y2 is equal to a2 sine omega t plus phi, suppose is this wave, and from this point to this point is the amplitude a2. Now what do you mean by interference of light waves? Interference means overlapping of one wave with the other. And in last lesson we also learned when two such waves, y1 is equal to a1 sine omega t, y2 is equal to a2 sine omega t plus phi, they combine, we get a resultant as this, where capital A is the amplitude of the resultant wave. When these two waves combine, A was the resultant amplitude of the combined wave. And in the previous lesson, this A was derived as, where A was equal to square of the amplitude of the first one plus square of the amplitude of the second one plus 2 times amplitude of first one, second one, cos phi. Why phi was the phase difference between these two waves. What do you mean by phase difference? Suppose this wave started at t is equal to 0, this also started at t is equal to 0, and after 1 second at t is equal to 1 second, and this also after t is equal to 1 second. Suppose this wave is at this state and this wave is at this state, suppose, means the state of vibration is different. This state is not same thing as this state. This state is same thing as this, but not this. So there is a state difference. Vibration wise they were different. So that angle was called phi, the phase difference between these two waves. Now from here we also had derived intensity was equal to resultant intensity. After combining the two waves was intensity of the first one, intensity of the second one, plus 2 times square root of intensity of first one, second one, cos phi. This is what we derived in last lesson, where your intensity was proportional to square of the amplitude. This overlapping of two waves, any point of this can combine with this, that is overlapping of the two waves. Overlapping is called interference. Due to that, this wave is traveling from one point to another, this is also traveling from one point to another. On a screen in front of them, they combine. Now on the screen at certain points you will find there are bright patches, brightness, and at certain other places you will see dark patches. So whenever you see bright patches, such a interference, such a overlapping is called constructive interference. If you see dark patches, I will explain you in this diagram little later. So how this light wave is traveling through this opening, white opening. There are two white openings here, means narrow slit. When they pass through this opening S1 and this opening S2, this is a screen. On the screen you see white patches and dark patches. The white patches is the place where constructive interference is taking place, means this point is combining with this, and the places where it is dark, at that place this point is combining with this point. That we will explain, right? So what is constructive interference? If this intensity is maximum, then the interference is called constructive. Now let us see when this intensity, resultant intensity after combining the two waves, when this will be maximum. I1 is constant, I2 is constant, to I1 constant, I2 constant. So everything depends on value of cos phi. So this I will be maximum if the value of cos phi is maximum, if cos phi is maximum. In cosine table in trigonometry, the maximum value of cos is 1. 1. So that is possible when cos phi is equal to cos 2n pi, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Let us see under this condition whether cos phi will be 1 or not. So for n is equal to 0, if you put n is equal to 0, 0 into this thing is 0, so cos 0. So your cos phi becomes cos 0 and cos 0 is 1. If n is equal to 1, 1 into 2, 2 into pi, cos 2 pi. For n is equal to 1, cos phi is equal to cos 2 pi, that is also 1. Similarly, put n is equal to 2 here, 2 2s are 4, 4 pi. For n is equal to 2, cos 4 pi, the value of cos 4 pi, if you put it in a calculator, we will find it as 1. The value of cos 2 pi is also 1, value of cos 0 is also 1. Similarly, put n is equal to 3, your cos phi becomes n is equal to 3, 3 2s are 6 pi, and the value of cos 6 pi is also 1. So under this condition, if cos phi is this, then we have constructive interference, means this point of the first wave and this point of the second wave will combine on the screen and we'll see a bright spot, right? Now let us go to so I is equal to maximum under that condition. So let us see under that condition what will be the value of A. Now under this condition, when this becomes 1, cos phi becomes 1, then I is equal to maximum. Now we know therefore A maximum. Now look here, so if cos phi this becomes 1 under this condition, then this will be maximum. So your A maximum is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2n A1 A2, because cos phi is equal to 1. So this is same thing as A1 plus A2 whole square root of that is equal to A1 plus A2. So maximum amplitude is equal to sum of the two individual amplitudes. That is this amplitude plus this amplitude. Here they are not equal. Here this is A1, this is A2. So it is A1 plus A2. Now if A1 is equal to A2, means if the amplitude of this wave is same thing as the amplitude of this wave, means this wave instead of like this, if it would have been like this, then its amplitude would have been same like this. So if the amplitudes are equal, so if they are equal, let us substitute a single symbol A, means amplitude of the first one is also A, amplitude of the second one is also A. So your A maximum will be A plus A, that is equal to 2A. Now look at the intensity maximum, and the expression for intensity we had derived in the previous lesson as this. So this will be maximum, I just explained, when this cos phi is equal to 1. So if this is 1, then this becomes 2 I1 I2 square root, this becomes 1. So your I maximum is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 I1 I2 square root. This I can write it as square root of I1, this I can write it as square root of I2. This I split as square root of I1, square root of I2. I did so to put it into a algebraic formula. So this whole thing becomes whole square of square root of I1 plus square root of I2. Now again, if amplitudes are equal, if A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A, suppose, then your I1 is equal to square of A1, but now A1 is A, so square of A is equal to A square. Similarly, your I2, which was equal to square of the A2, will be now A2 is also equal to A, so is also equal to A square. So this becomes, for I1 I write A square, square root of that is a. For I2 I write a square, square root of that is again a, then whole square of this, that is a plus a, that is 2a, square of 2a is equal to 4a square. So if the amplitudes are equal, then I maximum will be 4 times uh, 4 times a square, where a is the equal amplitude for both the waves. If now, what is destructive interference? Destructive interference is the case where you see this dark patches. Look, from here a light wave is traveling. This is a cardboard. This white part is a narrow opening called a slit. Now this light wave is again going ahead. Here is again a cardboard. There are two white openings called slit, S1, S2. This light wave will pass through S1, will pass through S2 also. Here this is a screen. On the screen we see different bright patches, that is this white portion, and different dark patches of these dark patches are the places where destructive interference is taking place. Destructive interference is taking place means this point is combining with this point. The amplitude of this wave is to this side, the amplitude of this wave is to this side, so they are in opposite directions, so it is subtracted. So that is called destructive interference. Now if I is minimum, then it is called destructive interference. And I have just shown you your I expression for I was this, which depends on cos phi. So if cos phi is minimum, then this I will be minimum. So if cos phi is minimum, then I will be minimum. The minimum value of cos phi is -1. That is at cos 180 degree. That is same thing as saying pi radian. So cos phi, I write it like this: 2n plus 1 pi, where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Let us see under this condition whether cos phi will be -1 or not. Let us check. For n is equal to 0, 0 into this thing becomes 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 into pi, cos pi. So your cos phi is cos pi, and value of cos pi is equal to -1. Similarly, for n is equal to 1, 2 into 1, 2, plus 1, 3, 3 pi. So for n is equal to 1, cos phi is cos 3 pi, its value is also -1. Similarly, for n is equal to 2, I put 2 here, 2 2s are 4, plus 1, 5, 5 pi. So cos phi is equal to cos 5 pi, that is equal to also -1, and so on. For n is equal to 3, cos 7 pi, that is equal to -1. So under this condition, the interference, the overlapping of two waves, they give rise to dark patches of light, that is called destructive interference. Now destructive interference. Now what will be in this case? What will be your A minimum? Now your cos phi is -1. So in this expression, for cos phi put -1, that -1 comes here, that minus comes here. So it becomes, A minimum. So your A minimum becomes, A1 square, A2 square minus 2A1, A2, that is equal to A minus whole square, square root of that is A1 minus A2 is A minimum. If again A1 is equal to A2 is equal to AC, means both the waves have the same amplitude, then how much will be this? A minus A. For A1 I will put A, for A2 I will also put A. So A minus A, that is equal to 0. So during minimum destructive interference, if both the waves have the same amplitude, then the resultant amplitude is equal to minimum. Now then the intensity minimum. Now so for the expression for intensity here, for cos phi I put -1. So that minus comes here. So this becomes I1 plus I2 minus 2I1 I2 square root of that. This I can write as square root of I1, that is I1, square root of I2, that is I2, minus, I split this so that this comes under a algebraic expression. So is equal to square root of I1 minus square root of I2 whole square of that. And similarly here also, if A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A, suppose, then how much will be this? Now then how much will be this? Now your I1 was equal to square of A1. Now your A1 is equal to A, so is equal to square of A, and your I2 is equal to square of the amplitude. Now your A2 is also A, so is equal to square of this. So now this becomes, so I1, for I1 write A square square root of that, minus for I2 I also write A square then square root of that, then square of that. Now this square root of A square is A, square root of A square is A, so square of 0, that is equal to 0. So during destructive interference, if the amplitudes are equal, I tell you time and again, if equal, then the resultant intensity is 0 and the resultant amplitude is also 0.